weather on NBC 10 Boston. Boston's most accurate forecast.
That's what you got to do, look for that silver lining.
Yeah.
All right, we want to turn our attention to the weather here because we also have some high winds.
We do, although it is dry out there, thankfully.
Yeah.
So meteorologist Sydney Welch standing by now with a check of that forecast. Sid, what's in store today?
Well, today we're going to see those temperatures cooling off a bit, and we're going to see a similar pattern to what we've been seeing as temperatures are cooler, and it's going to be gusty. So it's going to feel cooler than that actual temperature. By this weekend, though, we're going to start to see that jet stream really dipping down and driving in some Arctic air from the Midwest to even the Gulf Coast. So some bitter cold is going to be heading to the United States, and it could bring in one of the colder Januaries that we've seen in the past 10 years, 15 years, even 20 years, because once this does start pushing down, it does bring that colder air in, and it kind of weakens the jet stream and allows it to start dipping more and more to the south more often in the next few weeks. So we'll be watching this pretty closely, but by the time we go into early next week, that shift is going to happen. That's going to include Boston north of the jet stream, meaning that we're going to see that Arctic air come into the picture for us here at home as we go into next week. So it's not going to be this weekend. It will be for parts of next week where high temperatures might not even make it to 20 degrees at times. So looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, the coldest air is going to be from that first jet stream dip before it does shift a bit to the east. It's going to be from the Midwest to basically the Gulf Coast as those temperatures dip down, bringing in, of course, that winter weather potential as systems come in. And it's just going to be something interesting to watch. This happens once every few years, but it does bring in some very cold air. So for us, Tuesday and Wednesday will be the coldest as temperatures may not even make it to 20 degrees. Low temperatures might be close to zero. It's still a bit far out, but we're going to be watching this closely in the coming days. Now, in the meantime, 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts both today and tomorrow. So while I'm talking cold today and tomorrow, this is more normal cold that we've been seeing the past few weeks. Yesterday was a bit of a treat. That wind returning, though, bundle up as you're heading out the door. Protect yourself from that wind. Thursday and Friday, it does begin to calm, and we're going to warm things up just a bit before we do see that widespread cool down heading our way. So overnight tonight, 21 degrees for Taunton, 20 for Fitchburg, and 21 degrees for Natick, 26 in Boston. All in all, we'll be in those low and middle 20s really across the board. And through our day, it's going to feel a bit cooler, 27 degrees by 10 o'clock. It's going to feel more like 14 degrees as we go through the day tomorrow. And then heading out and about by 1, 2 o'clock, we're going to have those feels like temperatures closer to 18 degrees. So we're mainly dry for the rest of this week. Some systems going on around us in the open Atlantic, but we're going to stay dry through Saturday. Once we get into Saturday, some rain comes into the picture. Snow for the higher elevations. New Hampshire and Vermont could get in on some snow accumulations for the White and the Green Mountains. But generally speaking, we could see that dipping down to parts of the Worcester Hills. Most of us, though, getting in on rain for Saturday evening into early Sunday. But there is a system heading our way into the start of next week that brings in our next winter weather potential. Right now, far enough out that we don't have to worry all that much, but just putting a question mark on Monday for that winter weather potential, as if this system continues on the same track, it is going to bring in a good potential for snow in the region. Temperatures beforehand, though, in the middle 40s for the weekend. Then we're seeing those temperatures Monday in the low 30s. That cold air, it's going to come, and it's going to come in hard and fast. 22 degrees as we go into Tuesday, and 11 degrees for Wednesday morning as those highs only make it to the upper teens and low 20s.